Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Bruins podcast. My name is Stevie, and I am joined by the always stunning and illustrious and lovely.
Wow, I get multiple adjectives
Well,
today.
well, this has taken multiple takes, so we
Hey
get
guys,
multi.
I'm Kyle.
Um, Kyle, I'm really excited for this weekend on Sunday. A little team from the Midwest is coming to Pauley. Kyle, who is that team?
Yeah, on Sunday afternoon we've got the Iowa Hawkeyes rolling into Poly Pavilion.
And many people are saying this. Many people are calling it this. Ask anybody. The battle for the Big Ten.
It should be. I mean, these are the two teams at the top of the rankings in the Big Ten. I think both are undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, 9-0, 9-0. The records are there at the bottom, pictured at the bottom.
Both have a chance to mess that up before Sunday.
Yeah, do we know who Iowa plays before the big battle?
I can
I
find out for you right now.
Same. I have it right because I have their stats up.
It
See, I came.
is. Oh, it's USC. Duh.
Oh, I hope that they win because four's up forever, baby. But I could see them maybe losing that one. But let's focus on this matchup.
I don't think Iowa
And
can lose to this USC team.
maybe not. Maybe not. If you think Iowa
Get
can
him in the
lose to
comments,
USC,
Iowa
get it in
lovers.
the get it in the and UCLA lovers because maybe that's a making both sides mad. Um, yeah, I'm really excited. This is probably the first big game of conference that we've had that feels like it could be exciting and close. Do you have a similar feeling?
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State was a pretty close game. I know we were like in control for most of
Hmm.
it, and it felt like we weren't going to lose it, but that was a closer game than I would have
Yeah,
expected going into it.
I agree. But like you said, we were in control of that basketball game. It never felt at risk, really.
You look at the one
Um,
team not named USC that was able to give USC UC it. Wow. Ugh. You look at the one team not named USC that was able to give UCLA some problems in conference play last year, and
it
that would be the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Iowa, we had to make a double-digit comeback to beat them.
We won by
Um,
1 point because of Elena shooting free throws at the end of the game.
yeah, Lucy Olson tied the game with three free throws. Um, yeah, you know what I mean? It was a great game. That was one of my favorite games of the year last year. I, how do you feel about close games, Kyle? Do you love them or do you hate them?
Well, here's the thing. I think close games are fun, but I think often for us at least, close games come with us not playing well.
Well, that's
And
true.
so it's like it's fun that it's close, but it's like, well, we could be winning by 20.
You're so right. Should we get into the starting lineups a little bit?
Yeah.
So, okay, we have a little slide dedicated to it, so we'll just talk about it now, I guess. Taylor McCabe is likely, I don't think we know all the details yet,
Oh
but
no,
she's
we do.
like,
We'll move over to her slide. She's right here. Taylor
yeah,
McCabe suffered an ACL injury this weekend.
so she will, and very sorry for her. Like we're just sports fans. We have we never want to see someone get hurt, right?
Yeah,
So
you
that's
really feel for her. I mean, she's a huge part of what they do, their floor spacing, all of it.
mhm.
Not an easy one to replace. They'll be
No,
better for it with Addie Deal going into the lineup and her getting the reps headed towards March now. That'll be really big for her, but it just sucks that you won't also have this piece to plug in
yeah.
there.
So before we get into matchup, because we have a couple of slides that
Yeah,
are
let's go
more
back to
matchup.
this starting lineup
Yeah.
slide. I also
Um,
say congratulations on an incredible career at Iowa to Taylor McCabe. She was a great player there, but she did
mhm.
announce that it's the end of her Hawkeye career.
Yeah. So we we're very sorry, but great career, a lot to be proud of. She did a lot for this Iowa program, who, in my opinion, this is Iowa's best team since Caitlin Clark. Would you agree?
Well, there's only 1 year in between that, so not a lot
That's
of
true. It's one of two.
kind of a wild statement, but
Let me have my moment.
yeah, I think this is a better Iowa team than last year. Ava Hayden has really come into her own. That'll be a really good matchup with Lauren.
It will be. Um, I think Kiki Rice versus Chit Chat Wright, which that will be Kiki's assignment, no doubt.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably.
that's a really good matchup. Chit Chat is shifty. She's a really quick with the ball. She can shoot, she can drive. So Kiki's gonna have her work cut out for her.
I'm probably looking at like Charlize and Addie Deal, Gianna and Feuerbach, and Gabs and Hannah Stulke. I almost wonder if this is a game where you have to start Angela.
Yeah, because to just match up with their size,
Yeah, Stulke. I
player
mean,
for
Stulke's
player.
not huge.
Hmm.
She's 6'2".
Yeah, and let's not rule out the possibility. I don't know. Angela and Sienna are both such good defenders. Angela is just a little bit better with discipline on fouling. So, but if you're
Gabs could
Corey,
also stay in the lineup here, and
yeah,
I don't
that's
think
what
it
I'm.
makes a huge difference.
Me
But
either.
I do wonder if we might lean in the direction of starting someone a little bigger for this game.
Yeah. Do you think Corey might challenge the established starting five to make it work regardless of matchup?
That's possible, and I think they can do it. I don't think it's
Me
like,
too.
again, I don't think it's make or break whoever we start there.
Yeah. I
Lauren
mean,
is such a defensive anchor in the paint for us,
mhm.
especially in this game. She will be because Hayden is really. I mean, she shoots some like mid ranges and such, but she's much like Lauren, a right near the basket big.
I agree. I mean, I guess we could do this now. Spoiler alert, I don't think that Iowa is capable of beating UCLA, especially at home. Do you have an opinion on that?
I don't know. You know, I admittedly haven't watched a ton of them this year. They've kind of flown under the radar, I would say, for much of the year, really.
I could agree with that.
They have that really bad loss to UConn,
Yes, where they got dog walked.
and then they have a very close loss to Iowa State.
Yes. A team that I think if they played again, even even if Iowa State had Addie Brown, I think Iowa's gotten better since then. So
Oh,
I
I would
think Iowa
agree.
would take that. I've watched quite a bit of Iowa this year, actually. They're always playing a little bit before UCLA, so I've had a lot of chances to watch them. They're really smart about the shots that they take and that they don't take. They're a very disciplined team
I was
offensively.
just going to say, from the little bit I have watched, I feel like they're a very disciplined team this year. I think Jan Jensen's doing an incredible job coaching this
Me,
team.
me too.
Um, I think the Gianna and Kylie Feuerbach matchup is interesting, potentially.
What, how do you think it's going to be interesting
I was
specifically?
just
I
like
don't have,
both are shooters, and
yeah, I think probably similar level of athleticism. So you don't really have an advantage defensively for one. Um,
I
Gianna
mean
definitely has,
Feuerbach is definitely the more under the radar player in that
yeah,
matchup. Like, but she can go off and have her game. I mean,
she can. I would say Gianna has a deeper offensive bag,
I would agree.
but
I was going to compare it to like the Peyton Verhulst matchup, but even Peyton has a little bit of a deeper bag than Feuerbach.
uh, I agree. Should we get into the numbers a little bit? That's two
Sure.
over now. So we just grabbed the overall numbers for both teams. Interestingly, almost the same amount of threes are taken with both teams, I noticed. So I think it might come down to how both teams shoot. UCLA is coming off a very cold shooting performance. So, and they haven't played Illinois yet, so they could get it back together there. But if UCLA comes out cold shooting, it could be a close game. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I would say I think that's true. I mean, you look at the couple of times we've struggled this season, really. That Texas game, I think we only hit 4 or 5.
It
And then
wasn't a
you look at
lot.
the Ohio State game, and that's a lower number as well. And then this Northwestern game, which I did rewatch last night, actually. And I guess I don't think we played as poorly as I thought we were when we were playing it initially. It just felt so stagnant from us in a way that we don't usually do. I mean, we only
Yeah,
scored 10 points in the fourth quarter of that game.
yeah. I think we were just a little bit gassed at the end, and the shots weren't falling. But I don't think it was that bad. We defended well. but to specifically with Iowa, their goal, I don't even know because they have to make a decision, right? They have to make a decision to commit to doubling Lauren or defending the three really, really close. So which one are you going to do if you're Iowa? Hayden's good, Stolke is good, but I don't think that they could go one on one against Iowa or against Lauren, rather. Sorry.
I mean, last year they were able to.
They had who was that? Who was on the team last year?
It was
Addy
Hayden and
O'Grady.
Stolke.
They had didn't they use Addy O'Grady last year?
Oh, a little bit too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I could
But there
maybe
was lots of foul trouble in that game, so
that's true.
Hayden definitely played a little bit, and then Stolke played a good amount because
Yeah, interestingly here, Hayden is listed as a guard. Is that incorrect? Is that just like a
yeah, that's
thing with
not right.
ESPN? Okay, well, ESPN, get it together. Change your system.
I think
Um,
Chit Chat Right is probably the X factor for Iowa in this matchup, though.
I agree. If she's making threes, specifically in transition, then it they could do it. She only averages 13 points a game, but if they want to win this one, she has to have closer to 20.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. I would say watch for her to maybe be bothered by UCLA's length a little. She's only 5'4",
Yeah, she's a small guard,
who
and
can shoot the
UCLA,
lights off the ball. Like, she
she's a great player.
is incredible. Don't get me wrong, but Kiki Rice is 5'11", Charlie Sledge Walker is 5'10", Gianna and Gabs are both 6 feet tall,
But
and then we just bring in more length off the bench. Yeah, and
yeah,
looking at ours, Lena Bilic came back against
she
Northwestern
did.
after
Made a
being out for a
three.
little bit. She hit a three, but her offensive end is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how she's finally starting to use her length for all those deflections, like Corey was talking about. And that Northwestern game is a game I thought we really started to do a lot of that really well. There were so many deflections we got in that game. And this is a matchup I think those could be really important in because it
Yeah, Lena was
disrupts the flow of their offense and will cause them to be maybe less disciplined than usual if they
yes.
get frustrated with that.
And they're a team, other than Chit Chat, really all of them are spot up shooters. They're not going to take you off the bounce really at all. So they need to run sets and create rotations and defenses to get open looks. I don't think with UCLA's size, we're going to have to get into rotation much with Wright with the ball because of her size.
Yeah. I mean,
And I
it's
just,
a lot like I won't compare them too much because I think one is a far superior player, but we know what it's like to have a 5'4" dynamic guard on the team.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure we're going to be trying to create a ton of switches to get the ball a mismatch with Chit Chat because Kiki can post up. So if you can get Kiki in the post with Wright, that's not a good matchup for them.
No, she's not going to be able to drive. And then I would also say, like, the way Lauren is switching out onto the perimeter, even.
Yeah.
Like, we are truly switching 1 through 5 on defense right now. And that's a scary thought for other teams because Lauren is just batting down threes if they're taken over her.
Yeah, she's had some emphatic blocks on the 3-point line as of late. You know what I think Iowa might try to isolate is getting Gianna on Chit Chat to like kind of exploit the athleticism of
Oh,
Chit
that
Chat.
one play in the Northwestern game, Gianna at the end of the quarter, trying to block out Northwestern's 3-point shooter, and she just leaps completely the wrong direction.
Yeah, Gianna's improved a lot on defense, but she's still not the most dynamic defensive player. Okay, so you know who I think should so should we go to the next slide because I want to talk about Gabs a little bit.
Are there any other numbers that jump out to you here?
Um, no, not really.
I would say
Maybe,
that the only other thing that really jumps out to me is the difference in depth between the two teams. They have a lot more bodies to go through if it becomes a foul game. than we do.
And we're pretty disciplined with fouling, so that doesn't really concern me too much. But you are right, like if they can afford to defend more aggressively than we can, which
Like
benefits them.
this was the one game last year where Kiki fouled out.
Oh, that's right, she did foul out.
So, they know how to frustrate her and get her to do that. And so that's just something I would watch. And Charlize fouls quite a bit, honestly. It's the rest of them who
Charlize
don't
is
foul as
fun.
much. Even
Yeah,
Gianna has you maybe four in a game a lot of the time. It's the others who usually only have two or three. So that's something I would watch.
very good point. Um, nothing else, pretty much. We're very similar just in numbers. In points, it's only 6 point difference. Rebounds, very close. Assists, very close. We're getting a similar amount of steals. We obviously have a Lauren bet, so we get more blocks. But yeah, should we talk about Gabs? I think Gabs could be a huge matchup problem for them in this game.
I think Gabs is having an All American season.
Oh, for sure.
I
Um,
like maybe not first team, but she's got to be on the short list to at least make it in the honorable mention category.
yeah, our second team. I would say she's scoring. She has so many 20-point games this year already. The efficiency is insane. She's just not missing. When she's on, she doesn't miss.
I mean, they do those first, second, and third teams by position.
Yeah.
And so she's on the small forward of the year watch list.
And so Madison Booker is probably going to get the
First team. And I
first
think that's
team.
fair. She's probably
Oh,
the
for
best
sure.
three
That
in the
no
country.
argument there. What was Michaela Blake's? What
She's a
was
shooting guard.
shooting guard? So okay. Who else over her on the second team? I can't think of anybody. It's
Yeah,
hard
I
to
know.
um is Tessa Johnson considered a shooting guard or a small forward?
Oh, what about well, she's probably a small forward in that system. But I was gonna say Olsen.
Oh, Olivia Olson, Michigan. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I'd still take Gabs over her, but it's a good pick.
Yeah. I
The
mean
thing
both are
that
having stellar years.
yeah,
We'll get that
the thing
matchup
that
in a couple weeks. It'll be a good one. We'll have another big video for that one, so
we
stay
will,
tuned.
but I just don't see anyone on this team because you're gonna have to sell out for Gianna. You're gonna have to face card Geeky so she can't drive, and you're gonna have to double Lauren. So it's gonna leave Gabs
And that's when
wide
things
open.
open up for Gabs. And you watch this Northwestern game, and it was vintage Gabs in that way.
Oh, her cutting is just
Mm-hmm.
insane. I think it's what WNBA scouts have loved about her the most is how she's always cutting to the basket from somewhere. You blink and Gabs is getting an open layup.
And
And then
notably, like the 3 point numbers are down as of late, but she's made five of her last eight or so. She only took two in the Northwestern game. She didn't hit either of them.
no, she was really good against Purdue, and then obviously good against Maryland as well. I'm not concerned about her 3 point
No,
shooting.
I'm not either. I think, the Northwestern game, we're going to have shooting days like that sometimes. I don't think it's anything to be scared of because even when we do that, we are so efficient from two
Mhm.
and near the basket that, like, it doesn't really matter.
No, I would be more concerned if we were a team that couldn't score in other ways. But we're just not. We can get to mid-range jump shots if we need to. Kiki can do it efficiently, and so can Gianna. And then Lauren's been adding the mid-range jump shot as well
Yeah, I
at a
mean, you
pretty
take away
consistent
one
rate,
weapon and there's another one waiting.
waiting for you. Um, speaking of weapon versus weapon, do you want to talk about Hannah Stolke and Lauren Betts a little bit? I think that's a matchup that I'm really intrigued with. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of that matchup we're going to see in this game.
I you don't think that they're gonna put Lauren as a Stolke assignment?
No, I honestly think Ava Hayden is the bigger threat in this game.
Really
I think
interesting.
Ava Hayden is an incredible post player. All due respect to her. I just think Lauren is better.
Yeah, but they're gonna need Stolke to find ways to score on the UCLA post players. If she's not scoring, And rebounding too. She's going to have to be tough on the glass without fouling because she cannot get in foul trouble. And then she's going to have to find ways to score over UCLA size. Do you think that she is, I don't want to say capable because she's for sure capable, but do you see her overcoming those obstacles in this game?
I don't know. Maybe that's a cheat
Insightful.
answer, but like I'm trying to hear. Hold on. Maybe like
You're fine. I think Hannah is a very good player. I don't know if she's going to be able to handle all the size UCLA is going to throw at her. It'll be the first time she's seen it all year. It'll be the last time she sees it all year, unless they face off against South Carolina at some point. Uh, and UCLA's biggers are just so physical that they either make you use your fouls, which she does not want to do, or just play really physical basketball, and then she'll be at the line a ton. And Hannah is not the greatest of free throw shooters.
I mean
So
last
that
year she had 11, 8, and 2.
mhm. On what efficiency?
I don't see the box score here. Let me pull it up entirely.
Okay.
Sorry
But
everyone for
no,
the
you're fine. You're
slow
fine.
like
These last second questions always
I
throw
know.
things off. We don't really play, we don't really script anything out. It's just kind of all like discussion based.
Here it is.
I have it right here though.
I have the box
You
score now. No, that's not what I want. Where is it?
She was 5 for 11 from the floor.
That's
Uh, it's
pretty
not bad. It's
efficient.
not a ton of shots. I would think that she would have to take some more shots than that if they want to win this game. Specifically with McCabe now being out, they just don't have the same level of consistent 3-point shooting. Uh, in their Ohio State win, she took 13 shots, made eight of them. 13 shots against in the Maryland win, 14 in the Michigan State
And
win.
Hayden was a non-factor. I guess I'm misremembering. I don't think she played even.
Okay.
But O'Grady did play 10
Adio O'Grady
points.
played a lot. Adio O'Grady took the final three, the one that would have been the buzzer beater.
Oh,
She took that shot. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. But just to wrap up the Hannah discussion, I think Hannah Stolke, you think it's chit chat, right? I think it's Hannah Stolke. Hannah Stolke has to be a big factor in this game for them to win, defensively and offensively.
I mean, I think quite honestly, like a lot of them have to be really big factors. You
Yeah,
look at the
yeah,
one thing UCLA's been doing all year, and it's balance. It's
yeah,
having 4 or 5 players score 15, 16, 17 points a game and
that's true.
it adding up. And so if you're going to beat UCLA, you've got to have more than one player having a good night.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be
I mean, you probably
balanced.
need close to 20 from Hayden, Stolke, and Chit Chat.
Yeah, they need Hayden to keep up this hot shooting streak. She is 9 for 11, 9 for 13, and 8 for 13. If she can do that, they have a chance. Uh, Foul trouble is key because she does get into foul trouble. She had four against Maryland, four against Oregon. Uh,
And I would
if
say this
she's
is Lauren, like, Ava Hayden's a quality post player. Like, Lauren
mhm,
Betts, this year in her struggles at the beginning of the season, it was against other quality post players.
yeah. Uh, I don't think she's as strong as some of the ones who did give her problems, but she's not bad. I wonder if Lauren is going to rely on that face-up mid-range jumper a little bit more, or I don't know. I think I don't. UCLA obviously is going to go in with a game plan, but one thing that I would love to see from UCLA is to just feel out how the game's going and adjust from there. Specifically, Lauren, if you're not, if they're not calling things on the interior and you need to use your mid-range jump shot, don't hesitate to use it. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Because they have not been very kind to Lauren with the whistle. Specifically in that Northwestern game,
Yeah, as of
it
late.
was one of the worst whistles against a post player I have ever seen.
When I was rewatching that game last night, I was kind of shocked by it, if I'm being honest with you. It was pretty nasty. the level of calls in that game.
It was.
Um, and it wasn't just Lauren. It's like it was kind of all of our players when they would get near the basket. Even like Kiki got frustrated with the ref at one point and had to call it out. Like she was like, "Hey, you got to call it the first time because I'm getting my own offensive rebound and putting it back, and then you're calling it, but you're not calling it on the initial drive."
Yeah. And they do that a lot with Kiki. They do that a lot with Kiki, where she drives, gets fouled, gets her own rebound because she's such a good rebounder, and her motor is just insane.
And I would
And
say, I actually think like with Lauren's calls, like it's always like that pretty much for her. But where you were able to see how poorly they were officiating the post was actually in Sienna's minutes. Sienna, on every foul she was called for that wasn't an offensive foul, her arms were straight up. The other player was initiating the contact.
yeah, I agree.
So
Um,
that, like, by the rules, that's not a foul on Sienna.
the whistle against Sienna has been a little bit weird as
Because she's
well.
not bringing her
No
arms
doubt.
down. She's straight up, and the other player slams into her. That's the other player initiating the contact, not Sienna. So that can't be a foul on Sienna.
Yeah, to relate it back to this Iowa game, how this game is called is going to be a huge factor
Oh,
for
absolutely.
if, I mean, hopefully we get a home whistle, but also
I kind of
I
think. Go ahead.
go ahead. Oh,
No,
okay,
you
I'll
go.
go. Um, I kind of hope that we get challenged in ways that we haven't been challenged before, though. And one of those ways is going to, well, I guess we got challenged with Texas, but I'd like to see it happen again. Give us a bad whistle and see how we respond. I
Do we know
wouldn't
who's
mind that.
refing?
No, no, but
If it's
it's shady.
Chuck, we'll definitely have a bad whistle.
Chuck, even Charisma doesn't like you, Chuck.
Charisma doesn't like him. She said it on Twitter
Okay,
once. I have let it
once.
stay with me ever since. um, but I would say I kind of think no matter which way this is kind of an insane statement. But do you want to move to predictions maybe?
Absolutely. Let's give some predictions.
I kind of think that no matter how this game is called, UCLA should win.
Yeah. Do you have a score? Do you have a score in mind?
Well, ESPN gives Iowa an 11.2% chance of winning this matchup.
I can see it. That makes sense to
I
me.
think it should probably be higher than that.
Like 15, 20.
That's a really low percentage.
It is. But
However,
ESPN,
I think if UCLA does what they're supposed to do, this game shouldn't be close.
yeah, it should be kind of another blow. I mean, we've just been blowing everyone out. Um, you got to give a score though. We need your score. Score,
I'm
score,
going to
score.
say UCLA hits 87. It's right
Okay.
around our season average.
Yeah, just below it.
And I think Iowa is going to hit 66.
Ooh, so a 21 point loss. I the
It's
hardest
giving
thing.
Vanderbilt, South Carolina.
Oh,
It's teams that aren't quite ready to make that leap to the next level who are in that tier right behind. And I think Iowa's right there. I think they're a really talented team this year. I just think the gap between that top tier of those four, maybe five teams is a lot bigger than the gap between any of those teams themselves.
that's very true. That's just objectively true. The hardest thing for me to predict here is the score itself, because I don't know if we're going to be scoring a ton or it's going to be like a bully ball, a lot of misses.
Well,
Uh,
you look at our offensive rating as the like number one offense in the country. We score so
mhm.
easily in the half court. Like
Yes.
even if it's not from three, we're getting what we want on offense. We're shooting absurdly efficiently as a team.
Yeah, we get an open look just about every time down the floor. Uh,
And so I find it hard to believe that we're not going to hit that 80, 90 point mark.
I,
So that's
I,
why I went with that 87. And I think our
yeah,
defense is just playing out of their mind right now, kind of.
we're playing really connected defense. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go with 76 to 68. I think it's gonna be an 8 point game, but I think Iowa's gonna make it look closer than it actually was. Kind of like Ohio State did. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's fair.
But
Who
because
do
I,
you think is the leading scorer for each team?
okay, for Iowa, Chit chat right. I think she's going to hit some tough shots. I think she's going to hit a three or two, and she's going to have to take over if they want to win. For UCLA, oh, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I'm going to go with Gianna. I'm going to go with a Gianna game. I think Gianna's
Ooh.
going to hit
We
three
haven't had a
threes.
Gianna game in a bit. I would love a vintage like Gianna Utah game. Like Gianna Neepkins is a capable of scoring 30 points in a game person.
Oh, for
And
sure.
she hasn't done that at UCLA yet.
Well, she hasn't had to, but she's been close. What she have? She had like a 25-ish point game or something,
Did she?
maybe. Nope, she has not scored 20 this year.
I think she hit
I've
20 once.
Yeah, she's twice in a row she got 20, but yeah, that's it. So she
Yeah.
hasn't had a huge score, a huge number of points yet. Who are yours? Who are yours, Kyle?
Um, I think Kiki's playing out of her mind right now. She's had back-to-back double doubles.
Hmm.
Almost had a triple double in this last game. So I'm kind
Yeah.
of expecting a big performance out of Kiki. Um, Last year, Lauren did well against Iowa. I think obviously Lauren Betts is going to have a good game every game, basically, by most people's standards. Maybe not by her
Yeah,
standards, but like her standards are ridiculously high.
I
Um,
agree.
so that's something to watch. I'm watching for maybe a Charlize game where she kind of gets lost in it all and hits a bunch of those threes like she's been doing.
Yep. I could see that because she's gonna be the one who you dare to shoot
Yeah.
if you're gonna pick any
And
of them.
if you're going to leave her open, she's probably going to knock it down.
And she's not gonna be afraid to. She's not gonna get discouraged after a couple of misses. So she'll take 10 threes in a game if she's open. She's
Oh,
done it before.
absolutely.
She'll do it again. Um,
I could also
what am I
see
thinking?
someone like Lena. Like, Lena is a person that, like, if she hits one, then she's going to keep taking them.
Yeah, I don't think Lena's going to play over 20 minutes in this game, though. I don't think that she'll have the shots.
I mean, if we're up 21,
Then she'll play. I I'd be kind of nervous if Kiki's our leading scorer. I don't know what that means. I think to me that signals that Kiki's not distributing in the way that she can.
I don't know.
But
You look at her other performance, and she was.
it's true. She's been very much a stat sheet stuffer as of late. But okay, who on Iowa is your leading scorer, or were you thinking the same as
Um,
I was?
I think you're probably right in that it could be chit chat right. I think something to watch sneaky would be if Addie Deal can have a good game. This is a homecoming game for her. She's from Southern California. She'll have a lot of fans in the stands, I'm sure.
Yeah, Addie Deal. She could have a good game too. And also, we have the least amount of a scout on her because she's a freshman who's going to have a new role
I'd say we probably
now.
know her pretty well. We've recruited
We
her really
recruited
hard.
her. Yeah.
So, but, things change when they get to college. But, you always root for them to have a good game when they're on their, like, homecoming thing. I mean, Gianna didn't get one for her homecoming, but
No, but she got a win at least. So
yeah.
there's that.
So,
Imagine if Iowa beats UCLA with a freshman from Southern California. Oh, we would never hear the end of it.
yeah. I mean, I think there's the potential for this game to be close. I just think it leans the other way.
Agree. Agree completely. Um, I just want a close game because I love close games. So,
Do you have
but
any
all right,
other thoughts
I
before
don't think
we
so. I think
wrap it up
we're
today?
ready to wrap it up.
All
Um,
right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Bruins podcast, your UCLA women's sports podcast. You can find us at Bruins Pod on Twitter. You can look us up on Spotify and YouTube. YouTube's probably where you're watching this. Thank you all for leaving all your hate, your vitriol, your
you always
love,
start with the
support in
hate.
the comments. We love
Um,
all of it equally, and we'll respond to all of it. Iowa fans, give us your takes on this game. We'd love to hear if they differ from ours.
yeah, we
Um,
really would.
and obviously, tremendous respect for Iowa women's basketball as a team and what they've done for the sport. And, this will be a good matchup no matter what. Any final
Yeah,
thoughts?
no, I'm excited for this game. This is the most excited I've been for a game since the non-conference tournaments.
Yeah, I'll
So
be there. I'm
let's
excited for that.
Kyle will be our boots on the ground
Boots on the
again.
ground.
So, and I will be the boots on the couch again.
Don't put your boots on the couch. That's nasty.
I'll still
Especially
do
with all
it.
that weather.
What does the weather have to do with your boots being dirty?
Well, like snow, slush, like then your boots get like gross.
Also, I don't wear boots, Kyle.
Okay, well then.
Okay. Okay. Speaking, let's boot out of this conversation.
We're gonna
Boot.
boot out of this conversation. All right, thank you guys so much for listening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see ya in the next one, which is probably coming up before this one. So,
Okay, bye.
bye. Have a great day, everyone.